Okay, so you guys, this is something that just came to me. Usually I have like a couple of bags of tricks. Like I have a couple of prayers and meditations that I just utilize on a regular. I was working with somebody a couple days ago that is really struggling with some serious fear, and especially around this economy. Like, let's be super real here. Let's be super real.
Mm-hmm.
Like the looks on people's faces while they're out at the supermarkets,
Oh, yeah.
and the shock of the inflation and the food prices, and the shock of how am I going to afford gas? How am I going to afford to pay for those extra things for my kids when like I can't even barely pay for food? So, that we'll just acknowledge that that's there. It's yucky. I don't always like talking about, but you know what? When you acknowledge it, it's out.
Yeah.
Get it out of you.
And then
Get
say,
it out.
everything always works out for me.
Everything works out for me. Everything works out for the good. And so we tackle it. So we realize and we acknowledge that that's kind of where a lot of us are at in this society. Okay, that's out. So this is what we're going to do about it. We can't just sit in the fear soup. That's just going to boil into something real and nasty. So when I was working with this person, what we did was we got into a comfortable chair. We relaxed ourselves. We connected to our higher power, because on our own we can hardly do anything, right? But with God, with the Holy Spirit, with your higher power, you can do all things. So how you connect to your higher power is, imagine, if you will, that you have a beautiful crown or a beautiful hat on top of your head. And imagine the tip of this reaches all the way up to the heavens. And imagine that there's a glowing, beautiful light that just pours down from the heavens, entering through your crown, down over your head, your face, your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, stomach, down across your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, and out through your feet. As this beautiful white light comes down from the heavens and completely surrounds you, you can see a sparkling glow all around you, almost as though your whole body is a lit up tube of light. This light represents peace. This light represents the divine. This is the Holy Spirit all around you, the love of the universe all around you. And then next we are going to see a beautiful light that is like a pink rose quartz light, just so shiny and glistening, coming down all the way around us, circling around us like a big warm hug. This represents love. And I want you to breathe it into your heart, because we all need more love in our hearts right now. So breathe it in. And then I want you to imagine pushing that pink light out to everyone around you. We all need more love. We need more love right now. And then you're going to see a beautiful blue, crystal, dark sapphire light that comes down from the heavens, reaching in through your crown or your top hat or whatever you envision on the top of your head. And it encircles you in what looks like almost like a liquid steel, because this represents safety, security. Now you feel protected. Every ounce of your body is protected. Okay. Next, you see a beautiful green emerald light glistening from above, reaching down to your crown, into every cell of your body. And as it does, you see every cell in your body light up with health. Oh, it just feels wonderful. Everything's awake in your body. Everything's full of good health and abundance. Next, we're going to see a beautiful violet, purple colored light coming down from the heavens, reaching every cell in our body, working its way all the way through us, pulling with it any fear, any regrets, and just pulling it out through our feet, out of the soles of our feet. This light represents forgiveness. Okay, so now that we have our eyes closed and we feel these beautiful light all around us, all these different lights of protection, we feel safe to enter into this journey. This is a powerful journey, and I want you to imagine now you have a backpack full of supplies. You're going to need this for your journey. You've got your food, you've got your water, anything else, imagine putting that in your backpack. And you're going to put this on your back and you're going to start your journey. You're going to take a couple steps forward, a couple more, and all of a sudden you come out of a beautiful forest and there's snow all around. And you look up and you see a great, beautiful mountain ahead of you. This mountain is covered in snow. It looks rugged yet inviting. It's beautiful. And you realize that there is a group around you. And somebody tells you that at the top of that mountain is a massive treasure. It is huge. And whoever gets up to the top first gets that treasure. And you just get so excited. There's so many things you could do with that treasure. And this treasure is not any ordinary treasure. The person who gets there first gets unlimited wealth. They will be taken care of for the rest of their lives. Their children, their children's children. This treasure has unlimited health. They will have good health all the rest of their lives and their children's children. It has unlimited possibilities. So you decide you're going after that treasure. You start to hike up the trail that they pointed out to you. And at first it's not too bad. It's actually really refreshing. You breathe in the fresh air. You breathe out any worries. And you smell pine and balsam and fir all around you. And you hear the birds chipping away, and it's just beautiful. And then you walk a little further. You're about an hour or two into the hike now, and you're starting to feel really tired, and you're starting to stumble. And the bag is getting so heavy, and you decide you need to take off the bag. You need to sit down for a second. And you take off the bag, and you reach in, and you realize that there's this heavy item in there that you didn't think was there. And you pull it out and you look at it and it says doubt. Doubt. There's doubt that you can't actually do this hike because of your physical ability. You've had pain in the past. Maybe you've had an injury. Maybe you're not the most athletic, or maybe you are super athletic, but there's always somebody that's better than you. And you decide this thing is too heavy in your backpack and it's not helping you. And if there's any doubt that you're going to make it up the hill, well, you're definitely not going to do it with this heavy thing. So you throw it to the side and you take a drink of water and you decide to keep going. So you keep on hiking up the hill. Now you're passing by a little stream, a little babbling brook, and it's beautiful, and you're just feeling great again, and you know you can do this. You know you can do this. So you keep going. You keep going. And you're doing great. You're making great progress. And all of a sudden, again, the bag is getting so heavy, and your legs feel so heavy, and you're starting to wonder, oh my goodness, I'm not even halfway there. Can I do this? And then you pull out from behind your backpack. You open up that pack and you pull something out, and you see the word fear. You're afraid. You are afraid. You didn't want to admit it, but you're afraid. You're not going to make it. You're afraid of what's around the corner. I mean, you didn't even think about if there's bears in the area. You didn't even think about what lies ahead on your journey. It could be dangerous. What am I doing? Then you have to make a decision. You look back. My gosh, the trail's so long to go back. And you look forward. Oh, and you see that glorious mountain ahead. And now the sun is out and it's beaming right down at the top of that mountain. And You know that treasure's waiting. And you know your kids could do so much with all that treasure, and your family and your friends and yourself. And you decide to rip the pages out of that fear, out of that book, and you throw it to the side and you keep going. You just keep hiking away. Now you've got a newfound purpose and you're excited and you're angry. You're angry that you were even worried. You just keep going and you keep going and you keep going. And you keep going and you're running along the trail and you're so exhilarated and you feel great. And then you stumble and you're tripping over the rocks and you scrape your knee and you try to get up, but you're just feeling so cold and so exhausted now. And the bag is getting heavy. It's getting so heavy. And you pull it off of you and you open it up. My gosh, what's in it now? And you pull out this huge book. This huge book. And it's all of these different documented dates of the times that you have failed and others have told you you weren't going to make it. Remember that time you started that business and it never worked out? We told you it wasn't going to work out. This is the book full of I told you so's. And then you flip a page and you see another article that says, remember the time you said you were going to make that craft or you were going to paint that picture and only you thought it was good and everyone else told you, I told you so, it's not really that good. Or the time you said you were going to be a singer, or the time you said you were going to go get that job. Maybe you did get that job, but you never held on to because I told you so. You weren't really that good at that job. And you start to feel so ashamed. So ashamed. How come you thought you could do this? Oh my gosh. I don't think I can go on. I'm so tired. I've always been a failure because other people told you so. And then you realize, what? This is a book of other people's experiences of you. Other people's experiences, not yours, not mine. You take that heavy book and you go and you throw it to the side, throw it off into the trees, and it lands with a huge thump in the snow, and the snow just comes up in a puff. And you feel so good. You just feel giddy. Oh man, it feels so good to let go of that. And then you pick up that pack, you take your drink of water, take a couple snacks. You gotta rejuvenate yourself because this trail, it's yours. You own this trail, and you get up and you just start going full force, and you're at a good steady pace. And now you realize you're 3/4 of the way. You're 3/4 of the way. The treasure's there. You're almost there. And you keep going and you keep going. And you're so excited and you feel the wind blowing through your hair, the wind whipping at your face, but it feels good. You're energized. You know you can do this. You know you can do this. And you start thinking about all the good things you're going to do with this treasure. Oh, the people you're going to help. All the debts you're going to pay off. All of the wonderful trips you're going to take. All the people you're going to help. The things you're going to donate to. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is life-changing. It's life-changing. And you get around the next corner. Oh my gosh. And you see something horrific. Something you never, ever realized you were going to have to face. And it's your worst fear. And that bag gets so heavy again. So heavy again. And you start backing away from that thing. You start backing away from it because you never ever wanted to face it. Why? Why does it have to be here now? You're so close to that treasure. And you just find a nice safe place to hide for a second because that's what you do. That's what you do when you are up against something that's too hard. You hide. Maybe it'll go away. And while you're hiding off to the side in that little dark cave that you found yourself in, you pull something out of that bag. And it is something that is just too much. It's almost too much to open, but you have to. And the title of this book is Self-Hate. It's the worst thing. It's the worst. It is the heaviest book in there. It's the heaviest thing that's been holding you back. You have to open it. You've come too far. And so you open it. And there inside, every word, every horrible thing you've said about yourself, it's worse. It's worse than what the others were saying. You're not good enough. You're ugly. You're not strong enough. You made too many mistakes. You're weak. And it's so painful. And then you realize, you look at something. You look at the dates. These dates are from so long ago. That's not you. You've come so far and you've come past those dates. One date is from when you were young and you didn't even know how to ride a bike yet. Well, you've ridden a bike. Rip that page out, throw it away. What's the next one? Oh my gosh. Was the next one seriously the time you tried to sew your own shorts and they fell off in front of everybody and you realized you're a super dork and everyone laughed? My gosh, that was in like grade 5. Rip that shit out. You rip it out, you throw it to the side, and then you go on and on. Go ahead. Look at all those things you've said about yourself. You need to face it. You read it one by one. These are old stories. One by one, these are old things that don't serve you. Rip it out. Well, now you've started yourself a beautiful fire. You've got a nice warm fire in this cave, and you've got the best firewood. Keep throwing it in that fire. Rip those things out. Those are excuses. Those aren't even you anymore. You rip it out until, guess what? The book is empty. You feel so light. You feel great. And you know what? You feel like it's time to go face that thing that's been holding you back, your worst fear. You've got this. You pick up your pack and you go running outside that cave, straight head on. And you look around. And the thing that you feared most is gone. Where'd it go? And you realize it was you. It was you. Oh my gosh. So you just laugh it off and you just keep hiking up the hill. And you look around the corner and you see the most beautiful, glistening sunset. And you see that beautiful treasure. And it's there. And you made it. And you've done it. And you take the hugest breath. Just breathe it all in. You can't even believe how much treasure's up here. You breathe it in. And you can't believe nobody else is up here. Nobody else has actually come up here to get this treasure. It's all yours. Unlimited health. You already feel it. You feel so vibrant. You feel 20 years younger. You feel amazing. You've never felt so good. You've never felt so free, so energized. You feel richer than you've ever been. You feel lighter, more connected. You feel as though there is this amazing energy, this force protecting you. You feel connected to the entire world around you. You feel so good that you don't even feel you need the treasure because this is the treasure. This is the treasure, dropping those hundreds of pounds of pain and suffering. This is the treasure. But what you realize is that this is too good to keep to yourself. So you know what you have to do. You know you're going to go back down that mountain and you're going to bring the rest of that group back up with you. And you're going to share that treasure with everyone. So what I want you to do is think for a moment what you're going to do with that treasure, how your life has changed, the beauty that you see now, the possibilities. I want you to bask in that so powerfully that that is what you see. I want you to feel that as real as you felt that pain, because I know you felt that pain trying to hike up that mountain. But that's gone now. Just like the past, I want you to be here in the present. I want you to feel this beautiful moment. I want you to think in your mind the first people you see that you're going to share this with, the people you love, the people whose lives you're going to change because you were brave enough, you were powerful enough to do this. And I want you to take a deep breath in and imagine breathing out love and golden light to your family, to your city. Keep pushing it out. Keep pushing it out. You're powerful. To your country, to your nation, and the world all around. Sending love and peace and goodness. Imagine with every breath you breathe out, you could share that treasure. Breathe in one more deep breath with golden light. And breathe out treasure to everyone. Blessings to everyone. Believe. Ask. Receive. Ask. Believe. Receive. Now, we're going to bring us back to the present moment. And we're going to shake our fingers. We're going to wiggle our toes. You're going to go back to your regular day feeling amazing.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.